I've got a very special video for you today. I want to say a big thanks to Mike for allowing me to video our session. Third session for Mike, and he was someone that has had a real strong bout of heel strikes, shanks. Anyone that's had a golf lesson knows that it's an intimidating environment, and to then have someone film it and stick it on social media is not for the faint-hearted. So I want to say a big, huge thanks to Mike for allowing me to show us developing and moving his game forwards. I hope you really enjoy it. Super. So a bit of a heel strike. This is our third session. Yes. Weaken the right hand grip off. Kept the left one stronger. Always complained of a flying right elbow. Yes. Always been a bit of a heel striker. Yes. Great. Grip is absolutely magic now, Mike. Is it? Yep, absolutely magic. Okay. But that's the contact that we're looking to get rid of course. Yeah, yeah, that's right, that's all right.
I did try almost getting to this point and then trying to do that exit left.
Yeah, that's fine.
That. I didn't know whether that was a good...
Yeah, no, that's fine. Got no issue with that. That's nice. Lovely.
But putting that into practice with this full swing, I don't know.
Sorry, say again, Mike?
Putting that into practice with a full swing seems a bit of a struggle.
Yeah. Very good. A couple more with the 9-iron, and then we'll get you onto something a bit longer. And it comes out kind of out of nowhere, that shot, right? Yeah. Well, at least it keeps you on your toes.
Keeps anyone I'm playing with on my
Yeah,
toes,
I'm sure it does. I'm sure it does.
Don't walk in front of me, I can tell you that.
I'm sure it does. Excellent, excellent.
I didn't know whether I was leaning forward too much.
So, you know, when you arrived, you were wickedly strong with your grip, right hand, crossed over at the top, shut face, leg action giving way, clubs travelling too much from the inside, and because of that, the only way you can fend off a hook is by pushing more out to the right. Legs giving way, handles going right. It wasn't particularly disastrous shots. These were back in November. You know, that was your 9-iron, that was your 7-iron. You can see a couple of heel strikes out there. You know, with your 4-iron starts to go a little bit more, and then we started making some changes. This was the grip change. We can see that I immediately made your face to path weaker, even though if you'd have just looked at the TrackMan data in isolation, it looks pretty much okay. But my agenda was to make your face weaker to the path. Now what you've turned up with today, you've had 2 heel strikes, but now look how your angle of attack has started to increase. So your angle of attack with your 9-iron was at 4, now at 5.7. Your path was inside out 1.2, it is now inside out outside in 0.6. So as soon as the path is going outside in, we have more opportunity that the club head's trying to move off in that direction. Now for a heel striker, that's massive, isn't it? For a heel striker, the sweet spot going off in that direction gives us a bit of an opportunity to move away from the heel. So, but yet we can still see it's still orientated too close to the heel. But as a golf coach, I've now got the opportunity to no longer feel like if you were to move everything off in that direction, you're not going to hook it anymore, because you're not seeing the lion's share of your shots have vicious hooks left. You might see the odd one go left, but they are more so a fade, which is crucial to changing what you've changed. That grip also takes away that crossover at the top, the cross the line, starts to make it a little bit more laid off, which again helps get that track of the handle a bit better on the way down. So today we're in a really good spot. I sort of jumped this on you, can I video this today, but only purely because after the 2 sessions you've had, you're in a really decent spot, and we're going to really turn this into something quite memorable today.
Okay.
All right. So let's see you hit some of those 7 irons.
I do wonder something, if I pulled down, out that way,
Yep.
it feels quite powerful,
Yep.
and I can get almost a whip through it.
Yeah, I love it.
But when I do it,
Even more shank.
even more shank.
Yeah, perfect. Very nice. Very nice. That felt, where did the contact feel on that one, Mike? Dare you say a bit more toe?
Yes.
Wasn't exactly toe,
Yeah,
but it felt,
pointing here.
to you, it felt a bit,
Oh, yeah.
right? Really good. Nicely done. Nicely done.
But none of them are clean, you know, they're not.
No, understood. Yeah, absolutely. Couldn't agree more. Lovely, lovely. So again, look at how much to the right the golf ball's starting to bend. You know, the 3 7 irons that you've hit,
Yep.
path line straight, attack angle good, face open 2 to the path. Impact location, still heel side.
Yep.
Yep. Just another couple of those for me.
Fat, that one.
Yep. That's right. So fat, the club unloaded it a little early on you.
Yep.
You see the angle of attack disappears slightly, and it helped you get the face back to strike. Now, that could be a conscious thing. Somewhere back in the golfer's brain thinking, I've just sliced and cut the last few, I'm going to try and straighten her up.
Yep.
Could be. Or it's just part of the nuance of your golf swing. Whatever it is, it's just when you've unloaded it previously that much, with the old grip, it would have had a meteoric hook on it.
Yep.
But the fact that you've unloaded it and it's not really had that much of a hook, we're in a better place. So as soon as you get the face better, like all of the healing begins the minute you start hitting golf shots. And so what I've done now is I've started to make your forearms and the way you're moving a little bit better. Now I need to move you. If you could imagine a camera coming down from the top, I need to move you in relation to this plane, frontal plane. I need to change that pitch so that when you're making a pass at the golf ball, the sweet spot is not continually wanting to move over here, because if you think about it, if your ball's been going to the left, you have always tried to move the handle at me to stop it going left, which is, it gets so bad that the heel strike becomes. Now, then you go on my channel and you go, Stuart loves seeing the handle come forwards. But of course, as someone that's already been pushing it that way through strike anyway, we need to make sure that something's going off in the opposite direction. And that's really what we're going to do today.
Okay.
2 more.
The fat one would be trying to exit left.
Okay.
And I think that thought of coming round, this business of that
Yep.
makes me that way.
Okay.
That's
Yeah,
I
that's
think
your
that's
interpretation. That's your
my
interpretation. Yeah, for
But-
sure, for sure. It's all right. No worries about that. It's all good. All right. So, that's all right. That's all right. Good. So, take a little look on the screen for me. When you're moving the club back now, this face orientation here, so much better. Your face previously was looking aggressively down.
Yep.
Okay. Now, your handle in relation to where we've started, can you see how the handle has gone out?
Yep.
When the handle goes out, it will immediately spin the face more open. Because as we, if I may,
Yep.
as we push the handle more in this direction, can you see how it spins the face more open?
Yes.
If I now make the grip super strong and I spin the face open, it's weaker than it would be if I moved my handle in the correct manner.
Yep.
So you've had part of your takeaway in an effort to get the face weaker, your handle pushing out this way.
And I've always done that, taken away, and if I put a box down, as I take away, I hit the box.
Yeah, sure.
Every time
Yeah, and honestly, that's so part and parcel of hooking it, strong grip, that I'm just showing on the screen here that because it looks like some would say borderline open,
Yep.
if I got the handle at that phase in the golf swing more inside here, that face would look more down. Okay? I'm just referencing that on takeaway because the face could look in some people's eyes as a bit weak, a little bit open. It's not. It's just the orientation of where your handle's gone to. It just shows you where the energy is going in your golf swing though. The energy is going out in that direction. And so for me, how you then start to work back up to the top. Now this, at this point here, you can see that the shaft is pointing left of the vertical, because if I draw a line up here, we have got the shaft some form of left of the vertical, which, as little as it is considerably more than it was.
Yes.
And where you've always been infatuated by your right elbow flying, which means outside of the handle, you can see it's in no means or no ways flying there, is it?
No.
For me, it's about how we're going to use your pelvis on the way down. This is crucial, and how you change the way the foot pressure starts to work, because all of the time, and a lot of golfers have some form of movement forwards.
Yeah, it's moving forward.
Yeah, and you can see already the relationship of where your handle is at strike compared to where it was at address has changed significantly.
Yep.
And at that point, anytime you have a handle going up and to the right, you can see what it exposes. It exposes the heel. So the first thing, now that I know that when you make a clean pass at the golf ball, a straight pass at the golf ball, the face no longer wants to look a long way left. Now what I need to do is pull you back inside.
Yep.
Because if I kept all things equal at that point there, and I put the force back into your heels, sucked everything back that way, your club at this point would be more inside. but everything else would be exactly the same. It's only the relationship to the ball that would be different.
Yep.
So it's really, really crucial that we start to rebalance you so that when you then start to swing through the golf ball, this left knee that is so flexed that blocks off your left hip, which then blocks your trunk from rotating, will then start to reduce the amount your handle starts to move out to the right. So at this point, the left knee is the orchestrator of your shank. But if I was to make the left leg straighten, the hips sit back more and make the club go over there even more, with a face that's been too hooked to the path, you'd have been bouncing it off of that wall and it would never have made sense.
Yeah.
But when you turn up and the lion's share of your shots are going to the right, all of a sudden, when I get the golfer to feel like, oh, that's going to go even more left now, it makes sense because all of a sudden you're not fighting a hook anymore. So really, really crucial how that left leg starts to behave. So.
And it is something I've worked on before. But
Sure.
I can't work on everything.
No, of course. There's a lot of irons in the fire, right?
Yeah.
So we're just going to get you on the Swiss ball, and I'm going to get a golf club on the ground here, just from a perspective of where the ball to target line is and sort of how it starts to match up in your mind's eye. So you're going to pop the club shaft or the club head on the club there, and I'm just going to get you to make some through swings and making sure that you feel that when that right hand is on the top, you're going to make it feel like the club and the hand are going to move externally. Right hand is going to rotate to the left, right hand is going to rotate to the right as you're moving around the Swiss ball.
Okay.
Both feet are going to stay on the floor and the left leg is going to now lock out. Grab your club. Let's do it with your club. Yeah, you'll be perfectly fine. No doubt about it. Aren't we all? So set yourself up, stick that on your bum, the Swiss ball. That's it, good, super. Now pop that cane down there, good. Lovely stuff, hold it there, okay, great. So you're going to move the club around to the left and then you're going to roll the Swiss ball. So immediately you want to go up with the handle, and that's you trying to open the face up.
Yeah.
I want the handle, come back to the start for me. I want the handle and you to move in. So now all of a sudden, now the handle is really in.
Yep.
And what you're going to do is put some cup back in that left wrist, which now makes it feel like everything rotates to the right.
Yep.
Yeah, good. So back to so again, that handle's gone up because the shoulder's gone dramatically up.
Right.
Sat down, back and around. Yeah, hold it there, slowly, slowly, slowly. Good. Super. That's it. There we go. That's better. Good. Lovely. Because of how much inside out you've tried to have, because of how shut the blade was, hold it there, you immediately want to make this left shoulder rise up, as opposed to move around. Can you feel how much more down, in and around that is?
Yep.
That's it, perfect. But if you had done that before with the way that you held it and the way you had the face, that thing would have been bouncing off of this wall. That's it, much better, much better. So now when we come back on the mat in a minute, I need you to make some through swings, hold it there. I need you to make some through swings where you're going to feel both feet are going to be flat on the floor and the handle's going to swing back inside. Make sense? Can you feel that?
So try
Yeah.
and do this.
Exactly that. Exactly that. So come back on the mat. So set yourself up to an imaginary ball. So there's the cane. Hold it there. Good. Super. Now just going to That's wonderful. Really good. Lovely. Lovely. Now go halfway back and stop for me. Good. And now keep both feet flat on the floor and make a through swing for me. Yep, very good. Super. Lovely stuff. Lovely stuff. Really nice. Nice full practice swing now, keeping both feet still flat on the floor for me. Yeah, lovely. Lovely. Amazing. Well done, Mike. So now all of a sudden, set yourself up to an imaginary golf ball again.
What the dreaded box?
The dreaded box. So set yourself up. Good. So there's the outside of the circle. Hold it there for me. There is the other outside of the circle. Yeah?
Yeah.
So now what I want you to feel is that you could almost sense that you could back up into the box behind you on the way through, which would suck the club into in. Lovely. And you knocked it over, put behind you. Exactly what we were after. Amazing, amazing. Because all of a sudden, it feels like what's going to control the track of the club head through here is now about your attention to the pressure that you can put on the box or the Swiss ball, which will make the club arc into in. Now, when the other half of the brain is not going, but hang on a second, Stuart, this thing's going to hook the bejesus out of it, the ball has all of a sudden got this little fade on it. It's like, okay, well, that kind of makes sense. And also, I start to gravitate my strike towards the toe. A couple more practice swings for me, and then we'll pop a ball in the way. So your agenda to not hit a shank is your ability to move into the Swiss ball behind you. Very good. No pause this time, just a full practice swing. Lovely stuff. Really good. What does that feel like?
Just tight and stiff and...
Okay. Restricted.
restricted.
Yep. Good stuff. Okay, hold it there for me. I'm just going to pop the out there, and then we're just going to do a tag. Just 1 second for me. Lovely stuff. So your only agenda here is about getting yourself into the Swiss ball on the way down. Away you go. Beautiful. And so path line exactly the same as before. Attack angle has gone up, and the face to path was open. Impact location can still go more.
Yeah.
But for you, it felt like you were way more sat in your heels, right?
Yeah.
And it felt like you were way further away from the ball to target line with your handle. Now, when you then look up and you don't see your golf ball bend left, because previously any handle going left was going to hit it left, all of a sudden it's like, okay, well, that sensation left and back no longer means left with a golf ball. Yeah, same again. Amazing, beautiful. How's that feeling?
Not quite out in the middle, still slightly heely, I would guess.
Yeah.
We went straight.
Definitely was a little heely, but not that heely. and it's funny when you watch this back. What the golfer is not satisfied with, from a coach's perspective, it's like, and when people are watching at home, they'll go, holy moly. I mean, where that's gone from, high and out the heel, and then we've now moved it low and out the middle, and the dispersion of those shots to those shots, yet it was still not that great, you know. And honestly,
hit the best shot ever and be half a roll off the hole, but you'd say only another half a roll.
Yeah, and again, it's your perspective that allows you the opportunity to blossom like a flower, or hold on to the negative stuff as hard as you can, as opposed to, because I know what those would have felt like, because I can see with your footwork, you're deeper with your left heel, handles more rounded, feels different, and the ball's not even whiffed the neck of the golf club. No. Yet for you, yeah, it's all right. You know, that kind of mentality is like, well, if that's what is only all right you're looking for, what are you looking for? Do you know what I mean? Yeah. To make you feel inspired.
It's the feel of the club, I guess. Does that, whatever that feel is, I don't know what that is.
Yeah, absolutely.
When it goes off like butter and you think,
100%. Yeah, I mean, you'd have to say though, if someone pulled you in and said, that's how Mike's been hitting it, what do you think his reaction would be? You wouldn't go, yeah, it's all right. So all I'm saying to you is that, yes, they're not 100% ripped, yeah. They're darn sight better. So look for the opportunity.
Well, when you say what did it feel like,
yeah.
It's not just what it felt like off the face. It's
no, of course. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
for sure. Else. Yeah, and that awkwardness is you being not allowing yourself just to go hell for leather at the golf ball and out to the right, which is what you've done forever. If you're tired of paying too much for premium leather golf gloves, do head over and check out my channel sponsor, GX Golf Gloves. These gloves are trusted by elite, amateurs and tour players alike. Use my code GOODCOACHING to receive 10% on your next order. Understanding a shank where it comes from is the absolute nugget of any golf coach in terms of their assessment of a client and a golfer on their mat. You can see that it's a big journey. It's not only changing the heel strike, but it's also changing the mindset around it, because if you've ever suffered with poor striking, it will send you down a dark avenue. And unfortunately, sometimes the mindset can be equally as powerful, having a negative effect on your golf game as the physical application as well. I hope you really enjoyed that session. Once again, a big thanks to Mike for letting me film that. And I think you'll find that, my friends, is good coaching.